Good morning, everybody. I'm really grateful for the invitation and a special thank you for Professor Dr. Lamia Mohsen for inviting me. I also would like to thank you for choosing the topic diversion. Actually, diversion has played a pivotal role in my professional career. I was the subject of diversion, and at other moments, I was the initiator and engineer of diversion. And quickly, I will share with you the two, diversions in my life. There might be other diversions, but worth mentioning here is the diversion. I think the biggest diversion that happened to me at the height of my diplomatic career when I was ambassador to South Africa, first ambassador of Egypt to South Africa. And I really forged a paradigm shift in the relation between the two powerhouses in Africa. And the rumor mill had it that I am a candidate for a Minister of Foreign Affairs at home. And in South Africa, I was decorated with the highest decoration, the Order of Good Hope, only to find myself completely out of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, appointed as Secretary General of the National Council for Motherhood and Childhood. I could not overcome my tears for nearly 2 years, but I worked very, very hard. True, it was a promotion, being the rank of a minister and the mandate of a minister back then. Now it's demoted. But really, it was not my line of specialization. I thought, what can I do there? And I worked very hard only to preserve my legacy in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Gradually and bit by bit, I discovered that I can really make a shift. And we managed, and I am very glad that it's well established now that we made more than a diversion, really, because diversion can be for the better, for the worse. We really made a leap forward. And how we made the leap forward? It's the vision that we had as a team, and I'm very proud that Dr. Lamia was a team, was the leader of the team at the time I became the Minister of Family and Population, and she became the Secretary General of the National Council for Childhood and Motherhood. I moved from rubbing shoulders with heads of states and dignitaries to frequenting the most vulnerable locations in Egypt, and I really loved it. And we could make the diversion because people were partners, people trusted us, people believed in us, people sensed our sincerity, and we managed to move bad habits that were practiced religiously as tradition, not only prohibited, but criminalize it. And our work really was diversified, but because we had the vision, we could make synchronization. We had the vision, we have the strategy, we had an action plan, we had the right partnership, we had the resources, we were very, very popular with the donor community, and we were very frank with the monitoring and evaluation. If something went wrong, we would say it went wrong. We did not hesitate. Maybe at the time I felt I had nothing to lose. I lost my diplomatic career. The heck with it. Let's do what we should do. And this was really the spirit of the entire team. And we managed to criminalize something like female genital mutilation, child marriage, child labor, and these were taboos. Maybe now you don't realize this, but at the time it was really a taboo. So my advice to you that if you have the chance to make a shift, make it. But it's very important to know what you want to do, where are you heading at, who you will work with. You have to work in a partnership. No matter how genius you are, working in a partnership opens many, many opportunities. Of course, my quest, or the Egyptian quest for the top position in UNESCO, could be seen by some as a diversion. I don't see it as such. Maybe it's a diversion in terms of the level. Instead of working and focusing on Egypt or other countries, you work at the international level, and it is different. There is a difference. And also the issues you're working on may differ, but I believe that the quest for UNESCO was a completion of my career as diplomat, as a field worker. And really, I am very grateful that we could make the shift because of the courage of the targeted groups, the people we were working with, those who practiced the worst kind of torture on their girls. They were practicing it religiously. We were able to convince them that it's bad for her. How did we manage to convince them? By providing the facts. The pain that they go through, the cost that they go through, and the opportunities that wait for them. Of course, they couldn't do it alone, or even if they do it alone, they need to be supported by the religious leaders, by the media professionals, by the government, by the civil society, which we were really able at the time to solicit and succeed in doing it. I have to admit that I learned a lot from Nelson Mandela. When I went to South Africa as the first ambassador, it was the first time I heard about the role of the civil society. And it's the first time I saw a president who allocates his salary for children. He knew that investing in children is the most profitable investment anyone can do. I also learned from Mandela humility. At the time, everyone was courting Mandela, from Clinton, everyone in the world were courting Mandela, yet Mandela never lost focus. He knew what he wanted to do, and he said from the first day in his mandate, he said, I will only serve for 1 term. And after that, I want to allocate my effort for the vulnerable groups. And this is what he did till the day he died. Mandela was an inspiration, and I am really very proud to be able to learn from many situations I found myself in. Some of them were against my will, but later on they proved to be very, very useful. So in closing, I know you're watching some of the photos. Some of the photos are with politicians. In the first, this is Huda Abdel Nasser when she came to South Africa. This is Winnie Mandela, the wife of Nelson Mandela, who died a few weeks ago. But really, and this is Zanele Mbeki, the wife of President Thabo Mbeki, who succeeded Mandela. And at the time Thabo Mbeki took office, everybody said, who is Thabo? Who can fill the shoes of Mandela? But Thabo Mbeki was a very able, and these are my new constituencies, working children and street children and girls victims of female genital mutilation, and they are really the reason why I could climb to the international scene and be considered as an international expert on human rights. I think I have to close here. The pictures can go silent. You will see, this is a girl who were circumcised, and she's telling the story how she suffered. And really, it was a great success to encourage the people to break the taboo and speak out. And these are the courageous people in Upper Egypt who made the decision to make the diversion. And they are more courageous than us, because we can say no with no fears, but they fall. We used to have 10,000 people, thousands of people, and the entire village will speak up against female genital mutilation. And this is how we were able to go to the parliament and seek the criminalization of female genital mutilation. We were able to criminalize the deprivation of education. And I think the cancer in this society is the deprivation of education, from education, because it then leads to child marriage, it leads to low quality of the human capital. These are innocent girls looking forward to better life, and it's the responsibility of the state to ensure their human rights, and it is the responsibility of the family to honor their life. And we must apply the law to penalize any perpetrator who violates the rights of children. I want to thank you very much for your attention, and I wish you a very successful event for today. Thank you.